Tom Aspinall has just spoken for the first time since undergoing eye surgery.
Tom Aspinall has broken his silence following surgery on his eye. Slightly more engaged eyes.
So everyone wants to know as well, obviously, you've been pretty clear in what you've said. Back to Ciryl, but surgery now is the focus, and then we'll kick on to 2026, right?
That's the plan. That's the plan. But by the time this is going out, they probably have had surgery on one side already. Next surgery's coming mid-January, so we're working towards getting back, and that's the plan.
The reality is he might not ever fight again. Like, apparently he's still up in his right eye. Multiple eye surgeries. By the time his statement goes out, I'll probably have surgery on one eye already. Next surgery is coming mid-January. So he's having surgery on both eyes? The reality is he might not ever fight again. Like, Ciryl Gane has a habit of doing that.
Why do you think that is?
Ask John. John's poked people in the eyes.
He does it all the time. Even if he would have took the points from him, he still would have won.
Why are the fingers out in the first place?
Tom Aspinall went to the doctors, and the doctors has confirmed that he's got some issues with his eyeballs. He's got some soft tissue damage to the eyeballs, and that will happen when a 6'6" Frenchman sticks both of his fingers knuckle deep into your eyeballs, okay? So that's not surprising. But what is surprising is that he has something called Brown syndrome, which basically is where the eyes aren't moving in tandem with one another. So therefore the eyes, which are basically cameras, right, for your brain, in case you don't know, they're seeing different images. And when you see different images, you see double, or maybe sometimes the brain cuts out one of the images so that it doesn't get confusing and you don't get headaches and stuff like that. And then, of course, when you're only seeing through one eye, you have problems.
All of a sudden, the heavyweight landscape is on edge. This situation goes far beyond a routine setback or simple misfortune. The real question now is whether one of the UFC's most feared heavyweights will even regain the vision needed to compete at the highest level. Aspinall's eye issue wasn't random or unavoidable. It built up over time, stemming from multiple eye pokes, overlooked concerns, and a single moment inside the cage that altered the direction of his career. One instant he was dictating the fight, and the next it was over. Almost immediately, the story surrounding him shifted completely.
The other part of this eye is blurry, but the main thing that's bothering me at the minute is double vision.
When he's looking up and in, the left eye is going up and in extremely well. The right eye is kind of stopping. You see how the right eye is just not as high up as the left, and that's a restriction. So the eye wants to go and he wants to track it, but the more I do this, the more he's going to start aching in that upper inner aspect. And what he's going to do is, if he's in a fight situation, he's not going to be dealing with it. He doesn't want the ache in the eye, and he also doesn't want to have double. So what he's going to do is tilt his head. So that's on that side. If you look at the left, which should be matching it, so you're looking across, up, 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 as much as you can. And you can see how, again, with the right eye, it's up and out, but the left eye is just not able to go as extremely up as possible.
When I got poked in the eye, obviously, and then people were like, his eye wasn't even red. Does your eye always go red when there's something wrong, or is that?
You can absolutely lose your vision without having a painful red eye. So you don't need a red eye to have blurred vision at all. So no.
Yeah. So how long till I can train properly, spar?
It's a long road ahead, but the prognosis is guarded at the moment. I would recommend that you wouldn't fight until your double vision's resolved.
It was really bad how it looks, and he said you can't train your eyeball to be stronger. It is what it is. There's protection here and here, but he obviously got no protection because the fingers were straight in. The fight should have been stopped. He couldn't see. It was a foul. He couldn't see. Then you can't fight. You know, if he'd have got knocked out with a head kick next, then it would have been worse. I don't know. And then he said, sometimes when your eyes here like that, it can become displaced and stay there. And they did a few tests on that, and they said it doesn't seem like that. And his vision on the eye that's the best eye, his eye wasn't following properly, so the muscles weren't working strong enough to go this way. This one just wasn't working like good at all. So we've got to have additional tests further this week, and more sort of tests out for us. He's got CTs.
It feels like the back of my eyeball hurt.
Just stinging.
It's not even stinging now, it's painful. It's like, it feels like my eye, someone's touched the back of my eyeball.
If anything, this is, you're done, aren't you? It's not worth it for your eye, for your health.
I'm not, no. I really respect what Bisping's done. So he's done more than I would. I would carry on fighting with one eye. No chance. No chance.
Online, the accusations came fast. Claims of excuses and doubts spread long before the full story was known. Now the facts are clear. Surgery wasn't optional. It was necessary. Aspinall explained that the injury was far more serious than something you simply push through. It involved vision impairment, eye alignment issues, and potential long-term consequences. This wasn't just about preparing for another bout. It was about protecting his future. Despite that, the criticism didn't ease up, it intensified. And that's precisely why his first public comments after the operation carried so much weight.
Reattached after it was detached against Vitor Belfort, and then it redetached, and then they fixed it again, and then I got glaucoma. Because once you start messing around with the eyes, in fact just like any part of your body, once you start going in and messing around with it, it's never the same again. It's never quite as strong. It wasn't saved by medical science. They did their best, but ultimately I did go blind. But for Tom, fingers crossed, he'll be okay, right? Now, everyone that's come out of the woodwork, and if you just look at the comments of that tweet from Joe Rogan, that little clip, my God, there's some people out there, they don't know what they're talking about, man. This is the heavyweight champion of the world. He's not a duck. He's not trying to get out of a fight. He wants to come back and kick Ciryl Gane's ass. He put that in a tweet recently. The man's pissed off and I can't wait for the comeback. However, and this is the big however, so Tom has got to take his time. And if he's having surgery, he's definitely going to be out for at least a few months.
Mate, you know what I think a lot of the time? My success, my record that I've got and finishing fights really quick. Like, if I don't finish the fight in the first minute, people think I'm looking shit. Yeah, people are like, oh shit, he's not looking good today. It's like, well, no, we're just evenly matched and we're having fun. I've not punched him properly yet. It's been pretty smooth sailing as far as fans with me and stuff, but the tide has turned.
He got fingered. 2 in the eyes. One of his fingers he went in back. I was like, it was deep. Ciryl Gane was looking so good in that first round. Tom Aspinall's nose was bleeding. Ciryl was landing with that jab. I got a heavyweight. You go in there, and a lot of the times in heavyweight, you see guys not really engaged too much. It takes one punch, especially from 2 big punches like that. And Tom was kind of pushed, like coming forward. Ciryl was landing beautiful jabs, circling around. He won that round. Both those guys, for being heavyweight, can move so well on their feet.
Tom Aspinall didn't come across as discouraged or worn down. There was no sense of defeat in his voice. Instead, he sounded locked in. He made it clear that this setback hasn't altered his identity or his goals. He's still chasing heavyweight gold, still targeting legacy-defining fights, and still intent on closing the chapter that's been left unresolved for more than a year. The rematch with Sergey Pavlovich remains on the horizon, a matchup many believe Aspinall controls decisively when healthy. And beyond that, the biggest names haven't disappeared. John Jones, Alex Pereira, even the quiet talk of a massive UFC event on a White House stage. The kind of platform made for moments like this, where a comeback becomes the story.
Of at least. We did the press conference. We sat next to each other. He was literally, I was here, he was there. Got off the press conference. He thinks he can beat me, you know. And my dad was like, what do you mean? I can just tell. I literally could feel off him. When I heard that he wants to move up to heavyweight, I wasn't surprised. I felt like he was like sizing me up a little bit. But I remember coming off the press conference, I said to my dad, I almost got the feeling from him like I would get from an opponent before I would fight. The toughest time for me was, I had my first kid when I was 23. When I was 24, we found out that she was pregnant again. We had the twins, everything great, and I didn't have any money. And I'm like living on this dream of becoming this global superstar with these millions of pounds in the bank and with these titles and travel. I'm living on that dream, but I'm in Atherton in Greater Manchester. It's raining outside. I can't afford to put fuel in my car, and I've got 3 kids upstairs crying. That was really tough for me mentally at that time.
Can we get full-time Bully Aspinall after this smear campaign? How are you going to be on the comeback?
Mate, when I come back, there is no more Mr. Nice Guy. Nice Tom. When it comes to MMA, he's gone. And I'm going full bad guy, I think.
This Tom off even more.
Why are you booing? What am I supposed to do about it?
This is more fuel to the fire.
Is that a good thing for a nice guy?
A nice guy? The way he was putting his people away, that's a nice guy?
He's not accustomed to the trash talking. He's not accustomed to him being the bad boy. Could he come back into that next fight and fight emotional? Because I saw it, bro. He's so accustomed to finishing people. Will he have that patience with somebody that could go 5 rounds?
My advice would be, F them. They want to say this about me. They say you quit, you this, you that. F them. Lean into that. Take a page out of Henry Cejudo's book.
That's what makes this moment so uneasy. Eye injuries aren't minor setbacks. They've ended careers over far smaller issues. Recovery goes beyond healing tissue. It's psychological. Rebuilding confidence in your sight, your timing, and your reactions. Believing that one clean strike won't undo months of work in an instant. But if Aspinall has shown anything throughout his career, it's that pressure doesn't weaken him, it refines him. He's remained involved, close to the gym, and mentally engaged. People around him say the drive hasn't dipped at all. If anything, it's intensified. The real mystery now isn't whether Tom Aspinall plans to return, it's when. And if he comes back fully healthy, the heavyweight division could be facing a version of him that's sharper, hungrier, and far more ruthless than before. The surgery may have interrupted his momentum, but the comeback could end up defining it.